Welcome to the Vonderau Real Estate Team channel. Today we are walking through who pays closing costs in Ohio. Whether you are buying or selling, understanding how these costs are divided can help you avoid surprises at the closing table. Who usually pays closing costs in Ohio? Both buyers and sellers usually pay some closing costs in an Ohio real estate transaction. Buyers often pay costs connected to their loan, lender requirements, and escrow items. Sellers often pay costs connected to transferring ownership and clearing title. Are closing costs negotiable in Ohio? Many closing costs can be negotiated between the buyer and seller as part of the purchase agreement. However, some charges may be required by a lender, title company, county office, or state law and cannot be reassigned freely. Does the seller always pay closing costs in Ohio? No. Sellers do not automatically pay all closing costs in Ohio. Sellers commonly pay certain transfer-related and title-related costs, but buyers usually have their own closing expenses as well. The final responsibility depends on the contract. What closing costs do buyers commonly pay? Buyers commonly pay costs related to mortgage financing, lender requirements, appraisals, loan processing, recording the mortgage, title-related charges, prepaid items, and escrow deposits. The exact costs depend on the loan type and contract. What closing costs do sellers commonly pay? Sellers commonly pay costs related to transferring the property, paying off existing mortgages, preparing deed-related documents, conveyance-related charges, prorations, and any credits or costs agreed to in the purchase agreement. Who pays for title insurance in Ohio? Title insurance payment can vary by county, local custom, and contract terms. A lender's policy is typically connected to the buyer's mortgage, while an owner's policy protects the buyer's ownership interest. The purchase agreement should state who is responsible. What are property tax prorations? Property tax prorations are adjustments made at closing so that property taxes are divided between the buyer and seller according to the time each party owns the home. These prorations are usually shown on the settlement statement. What are recording fees? Recording fees are government charges for filing certain real estate documents with the county recorder. These documents may include deeds, mortgages, releases, and other transfer-related paperwork. Responsibility depends on the document type and transaction terms. Can a seller give a buyer a closing cost credit? Yes, a seller may agree to provide a buyer closing cost credit if it is included in the purchase agreement and allowed by the buyer's lender. Lender rules may limit how credits can be applied, so the details should be reviewed before closing. Why do closing costs vary across Ohio? Closing costs can vary because Ohio transactions may be affected by county practices, title company procedures, loan requirements, local customs, property tax timing, recording requirements, and the specific terms of the purchase agreement. Closing costs are a normal part of an Ohio real estate transaction, but they should never be a mystery. Clear review and informed expectations make for a smoother process. Visit our website to learn more about how the Vonderau Real Estate Team can help you navigate your next transaction.